OVC Basketball Media Days here in Nashville. Jacksonville State getting ready for the start of this 2015-2016 season. Rick Pietri, if you were a doctor or a nurse or something, I guess you'd be more qualified than right now, because you barely have enough to practice at this point in time, don't you?
We don't. As of yesterday, we had 7 out of 13 scholarship players at practice, and so it's a challenge. My first year here, we had 8 early, but we had 11 on scholarship, but this year's different. We had 13 on scholarship, and I didn't expect to be in this position. Only have 7 healthy bodies right now. And including one of those healthy bodies, unhealthy bodies being your best player, Desi McClin, who is preseason all-conference and probably one of the top 5 players in this league. And we're not going to have her services till at least January. And then we'll assess at that point. So we've got a number of challenges that we're going to have to try to find a way to overcome at this point.
Well, I guess the first thing is who's going to put the ball in the basket for you is one thing, correct?
Well, it is, because Destiny was our leading returning scorer. We knew with the graduation of Candace Morton, who was an all-conference player, and Miranda Cantrell, who was our primary post option last year, we knew that we were going to have to take up some slack in those areas. Really weren't counting on taking up the slack for Desi McClin as well. So those were our 3 biggest weapons offensively. So with the 3 of them gone now, we're really going to need some people to step up. Brianna Benson, Courtney Strain, and Courtney's finally now healthy, coming off of the injury issues she dealt with last year to finish the season.
Coco
Phelan, obviously, who was Miranda's understudy last year and did a great job in that role for us last year. We need Coco to step up for us. Gretchen Morrison on the perimeter to make some more shots. We need our point guard position to be more of a threat offensively in terms of scoring the ball. They've done a great job of taking care of the ball for us and defending, but actually scoring the ball as well. So we're just going to have to find a way to take up the slack somehow.
And with those injuries, it's a challenging schedule. Where you start with the 2 guarantee games to begin the season. You've got Samford in there as a non-conference opponent, and once you get to the league, Tennessee Martin and SIU East pick to win the league. So it's challenging, isn't it?
Well, there's no question. And as you mentioned, we open at Memphis and Purdue, our 2 guarantee games, but then Kennesaw State comes in our building. They beat us in overtime at their place last year, and they should be very competitive again this year. Samford comes to us. They have everybody back from last year's team. They have high expectations for this year, and they'll be at our place Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Those are our first 2 home games. So, we've got some major tests in front of us, and Savannah State, who went to the NCAA tournament from the MEAC last year, is coming to us. So we've got some tests on our home schedule, and with this roster, whatever it's going to look like, because I don't know right now, that we have, we're going to need all the help and support we can get from our community.
SIU East picked to win the league. Did that surprise you any?
Didn't surprise me because of what they have returning and how they finished last year. Obviously, Martin was picked right near up against them. That didn't surprise me either. And so, I know we were picked 4th, but who we are as a team right now, that's not who we are right now. And so, it's my hope that the people in our community kind of temper their expectations about who we are until we can figure out who we are. Because right now, we just don't know, and we're trying to gain an identity. Before we can do that, we got to know who's in uniform.
All right, last thing, the new Pete Matthews Coliseum. I'll put it that way. I would think the ladies enjoy it, and it's definitely a different look, isn't it?
No, it is. I mean, and we've talked about this before, it's a Division I facility. It's a legitimate D1 facility. Their playing surface is outstanding. The sight lines, because I've spectated now in volleyball matches there. The sight lines are brilliant. It is a great atmosphere to watch a game, and when you add hardcore, our pep band, to the equation, and our cheerleaders and so forth, I think it's a great venue, and I think our spectators will be very impressed. If they haven't been in it yet, they'll be very impressed when they step foot in there.